What if I told you that reality is not as solid as you think? That the world you remember is shifting beneath your feet, and the past itself is being rewritten right before your eyes? Think about this for a moment. Have you ever been absolutely certain of a memory, only to discover that reality no longer reflects what you recall? Perhaps you remember the Monopoly man having a monocle, only to find that, in this version of reality, he never did. Maybe you grew up quoting Luke, "I am your father," but suddenly history insists that Darth Vader never said those exact words. Or perhaps you remember the Berenstain Bears spelled with an E, not an A, and yet every book, every record, and every archive says otherwise. This is the Mandela Effect, a mind-bending phenomenon where collective groups of people remember events, names, or historical details differently than what is now documented in reality. Some dismiss it as mere misremembering. Others say it's a trick of psychology. But what if it's something much bigger? What if these distortions in memory are not accidents but evidence of something far more profound? Could it be that reality itself is shifting? That we are witnessing glitches in the fabric of existence? That we are moving between parallel dimensions without realizing it? In this video we will unravel the enigma of the Mandela Effect, tracing its origins and diving into the deeper spiritual, scientific, and esoteric implications. We will explore the idea that our reality is not fixed but fluid, malleable, changeable, and influenced by forces beyond our comprehension. And by the end you may never look at the world the same way again. Brace yourself, because what you are about to discover may shake the very foundation of your reality. The idea that reality is shifting, that our memories may not align with the past, is not a modern anomaly. It is an ancient mystery. One that has been whispered through the corridors of time by philosophers, mystics, and visionaries across civilizations. In Hindu philosophy there exists the concept of Maya, the great illusion. The ancient sages of India believed that the physical world is not the ultimate reality, but a projection, a dreamlike mirage shaped by forces beyond human perception. What we see, what we touch, what we remember, these are all impermanent and subject to change, just like a dream that dissolves upon waking. Could the Mandela Effect be a manifestation of this ancient truth? The Gnostics, early mystical sects that challenged orthodox religious teachings, spoke of a world controlled by archons, deceptive rulers who manipulate perception and distort the fabric of reality. According to Gnostic texts, humanity is trapped in a false reality, a carefully constructed illusion designed to keep us blind to a deeper truth. Could it be that the inconsistencies in our memories are clues that we are glimpsing beyond the veil of this illusion? Even in classical philosophy, the allegory of the cave, told by Plato in the Republic, suggests that what we perceive as reality is but a shadow, a reflection of something greater. Prisoners in a cave see shadows on the wall, believing them to be the entirety of existence. But what happens when one prisoner escapes and sees the world beyond the cave? His old reality crumbles. Is the Mandela Effect a sign that we too are seeing glimpses of a larger reality, one that contradicts the shadows we have always known? The idea of parallel realities and shifting timelines is not just a mystical notion, it is also being explored in modern physics. Quantum mechanics suggests that at the most fundamental level, particles do not have fixed states until observed. Some theories, like the many worlds interpretation, propose that every choice, every possibility, spawns a new reality. If this is true, then what if the Mandela Effect is not a failure of memory, but proof that we are slipping between parallel versions of reality without knowing it? And then there is the phenomenon of Akashic records, an esoteric concept from ancient Indian and theosophical traditions. It is said that all knowledge, past, present, and future, is imprinted in a vast cosmic archive, a spiritual database that records every event in existence. Some believe that when we experience the Mandela Effect, we are tapping into alternative records of reality, fragments of timelines that once existed but were altered or erased. Throughout history, secret societies, alchemists, and mystics have spoken of hidden forces that control reality. Could it be that something or someone is deliberately shifting our timeline? Is history being rewritten? Are we unknowingly moving through alternate versions of existence? As we dive deeper into the core explanations of the Mandela Effect, we will explore the scientific, spiritual, and even conspiratorial aspects of this phenomenon. Because if reality is changing, the next question is who or what is changing it? What if your memories aren't failing you? but reality itself is. The Mandela Effect is not just a collection of misremembered details, it is a phenomenon that challenges the very fabric of reality. To understand its implications, we must break it down into its core elements: collective memory anomalies, quantum mechanics, parallel realities, and reality manipulation theories. Let's begin with the name itself, the Mandela Effect. The term was first coined by researcher Fiona Broome, who, along with countless others, distinctly remembered that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s. Some even recalled news reports, televised funerals, and eulogies. Yet in our current reality, Mandela was released from prison, lived for decades, and passed away in 2013. How could thousands, perhaps millions of people share the same false memory? And this was just the beginning. Collective memory anomalies, the most famous Mandela effects. Over the years, people have discovered numerous examples of shared false memories that contradict the current reality. Some of the most baffling include the Berenstain Bears versus the Berenstain Bears. Many remember the beloved children's book series as Berenstain with an E, yet all records now show Berenstain with an A. Luke, I am your father. The most famous line from Star Wars is now, no, I am your father. Yet generations of fans remember it differently. The Monopoly Man's monocle. In many people's memories, the Monopoly mascot, Rich Uncle Pennybags, wore a monocle. Yet in our current timeline, he never has. Pikachu's tail. Many recall Pikachu having a black tip on its tail. Yet in every official version, the black marking does not exist. Fruit of the Loom logo. People distinctly remember the Fruit of the Loom logo featuring a cornucopia behind the fruit. Yet no such version exists in this reality. Are these simple cases of mass misremembering? Or is something deeper happening, something that suggests our reality is not as stable as we think? The science of the Mandela Effect, a glitch in reality. Skeptics argue that the Mandela Effect can be explained by false memory formation, a well-documented phenomenon in psychology. The brain, they say, does not store perfect recordings of events, but reconstructs memories based on associations and biases. However, this does not explain why millions of people misremember the exact same details. How is it possible that entire groups of unrelated people recall the same history that no longer exists? Some researchers point to quantum mechanics, particularly the concept of quantum superposition and the many worlds interpretation. Quantum mechanics suggests that particles do not exist in a single fixed state until they are observed. The many worlds theory, proposed by physicist Hugh Everett, takes this a step further, suggesting that every possible outcome of an event spawns a new parallel universe. What if at some level our consciousness is shifting between these realities? Imagine reality as a massive web of infinite possibilities, each thread representing a different version of history. The Mandela Effect could be evidence that our consciousness is slipping between these threads, merging with alternate versions of ourselves from different timelines. If this is true, then the question becomes who or what is shifting us between realities. In the next section, we will explore the deeper layers of the Mandela Effect, diving into theories of deliberate reality manipulation, timeline alterations, and the potential existence of hidden forces controlling our perception of the past. If reality is shifting, then the next question is why? Who or what is altering our timeline? Many theories attempt to explain the Mandela Effect, ranging from quantum physics to esoteric knowledge, secret government experiments, and even the idea that we are living in a simulated reality. Let's dive deeper into these possibilities. 1. The simulation theory. Are we living in a programmed reality? The idea that our world is not as real as we believe is not new. Ancient Hindu texts describe the concept of Maya, the illusion of the material world. Philosophers like René Descartes questioned whether reality could be manipulated by an unseen force. But today, modern science is also asking a profound question: are we living in a simulation? Elon Musk, Oxford professor Nick Bostrom, and other scientists have proposed the simulation hypothesis, which suggests that reality could be a sophisticated digital simulation, similar to a video game. If this is true, then what we perceive as Mandela effects could be glitches, errors in the system where pieces of past versions of the simulation bleed through. Think of a video game that gets updated or patched. Sometimes, old files leave traces, creating ghost effects where previous game elements still appear even though they were supposed to be deleted. Could the Mandela Effect be evidence that our reality is being altered by unseen programmers? If so, then the real question is who is running the simulation, and why? 2. CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, and timeline manipulation. Another theory suggests that the Mandela Effect began accelerating after 2012, coinciding with the Large Hadron Collider LHC at CERN, the world's largest particle accelerator. CERN scientists are experimenting with high-energy particle collisions, trying to uncover the fundamental nature of reality. Some believe that these experiments are creating ripples in the fabric of space-time, causing shifts between parallel universes or altering our timeline in ways we cannot fully comprehend. Consider this: some believe that 2012 was the year the world ended, or rather the year our timeline was altered. In 2012, CERN confirmed the discovery of the Higgs boson, also called the God particle, which is crucial to the structure of reality itself. If CERN's experiments are tampering with fundamental forces of nature, could they have accidentally or intentionally caused shifts in our perception of reality? Interestingly, CERN's logo itself resembles 3 interlocking sixes 666, which has led to speculation about whether their work has a hidden esoteric significance. In 2016, CERN also conducted an eerie occult-like ritual on their premises, fueling conspiracy theories that their research may be tied to more than just physics. Could CERN be opening doors to parallel dimensions, unintentionally, or even deliberately, altering history? 3. The role of consciousness. Are we creating these shifts? There is another possibility. The Mandela Effect is not something happening to us, it is something we are creating. The law of attraction, quantum consciousness, and observer-based reality theories suggest that reality is not fixed but shaped by our collective beliefs and expectations. Consider this: if enough people truly believe something was one way, could that belief shift reality itself? Ancient mystics have long taught that the mind creates reality. Quantum physics suggests that particles exist in multiple states until observed. Experiments like the double-slit experiment prove that conscious observation affects the behavior of particles. If reality is a projection of our consciousness, then mass shifts in awareness could reshape the physical world, leaving behind residue of old versions of reality. Could the Mandela Effect be proof that our thoughts, beliefs, and collective consciousness are more powerful than we ever imagined? 4. The elite and reality manipulation, the hidden hand behind the curtain. Throughout history, secret societies, intelligence agencies, and elite groups have sought to control not just people, but perception itself. What if the Mandela Effect is not a natural phenomenon at all? What if powerful forces are deliberately altering history, erasing certain truths, and replacing them with false memories? George Orwell's 1984 warned of a world where history was rewritten daily. The past was erased, the erasure was forgotten, and the lie became the truth. The CIA's MK-Ultra experiments in the mid-20th century proved that mind control and memory manipulation were real areas of research. Some researchers believe that governments, corporations, or secret organizations are using advanced technology to alter reality itself, rewriting history, shifting cultural narratives, and changing facts to suit hidden agendas. Could they be using the Mandela Effect as a form of psychological warfare, gaslighting the public into questioning their own perception of reality? If history can be rewritten, what else is being manipulated? No matter which theory you find most compelling, whether it's quantum shifts, simulation glitches, or reality manipulation, one thing is clear: the Mandela Effect is real. The question is not if reality is changing, but why. And more importantly, can we control it? How to perceive, protect, and influence reality shifts. If the Mandela Effect is real and reality is not as fixed as we once believed, the next logical question is, what can we do about it? Can we train our minds to detect reality shifts? Can we protect our consciousness from manipulation? And most importantly, can we influence reality itself? In this section, we will explore practical techniques for sharpening your awareness, training your mind to detect shifts in reality, protecting your consciousness, guarding against manipulation and distortion, manifesting reality changes, using spiritual and mental techniques to influence your world. 1. Sharpening your awareness, detecting reality shifts. The first step in navigating a shifting reality is awareness. Just as a lucid dreamer learns to recognize when they are dreaming, we must learn to recognize when reality has changed. Techniques to sharpen perception. Reality journaling. Keep a notebook of things you are absolutely certain of. Write down details of famous quotes, logos, world events, and personal memories. Check back in the future to see if they have changed. This can serve as proof if a shift occurs. The observer's mindset. Begin questioning things you once took for granted. Pay close attention to signs, advertisements, famous movie lines, and even subtle changes in your environment. Lucid dream training. Many Mandela Effect experiencers report an increase in lucid dreams and déjà vu. Training yourself to recognize when you are dreaming may enhance your ability to notice when reality itself is shifting. Reality check exercise. Pick 3 well-known facts that you believe to be absolute truths. Write them down in detail. Search for those facts periodically, especially in books, websites, and news archives. If they ever change, you may have witnessed a shift in the timeline. 2. Protecting your consciousness. Avoiding mind manipulation. If the Mandela Effect is a result of external manipulation, then the key to survival is mental and spiritual protection. How to guard your reality perception. Detox your mind from media influence. If reality is being rewritten, then mass media, search engines, and controlled information sources may be playing a role. Limit your exposure to manipulated narratives and practice independent thinking. Strengthen your intuition. Develop your inner knowing by meditating, practicing mindfulness, and trusting your gut instincts. Practice reality anchoring. This technique, used in esoteric traditions, helps maintain mental clarity in shifting environments. Choose a personal truth, for example, I exist in my own chosen reality. Repeat it daily as an affirmation. Surround yourself with symbols or objects that represent stability in your perception. Energy shielding techniques. Many esoteric practitioners believe that certain practices help guard against unwanted influences. White light visualization. Imagine yourself surrounded by an impenetrable light that protects your consciousness. Grounding with nature, regularly connecting with nature, especially barefoot on the earth, is believed to help stabilize one's perception of reality. Avoiding artificial frequencies. Some researchers believe that electromagnetic frequencies, EMFs, influence brainwaves, making individuals more susceptible to manipulation. Reducing exposure to excessive EMF sources such as Wi-Fi, 5G, and digital screens may help maintain clarity. 3. Manifesting reality changes. Can we control the shifts? If reality is fluid, then could it be possible to consciously shift into a preferred timeline? Many mystics, quantum thinkers, and spiritual practitioners believe that we are co-creators of reality. If this is true, then learning how to focus intention may allow us to direct which version of reality we experience. Techniques for conscious reality shifting. Quantum focus meditation. Sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and visualize a specific reality you wish to exist in. See it in detail, feel it as if it is already real, and affirm, I choose to align with this reality now. Many believe that focusing deeply on an alternative reality brings it into manifestation. The 2-cup manifestation method, a mystical yet scientifically intriguing method said to align you with a preferred timeline. Take 2 cups. Label one with your current reality, for example, job I dislike, and the other with your desired reality, for example, dream job. Fill the first cup with water, hold it, and acknowledge your current state. Pour the water into the second cup, mentally transferring your intention into the new reality. Drink the water, symbolizing your shift into the desired reality. Some who have tried this claim to experience changes in their lives within days. Mandela Effect quantum reality jumping. This technique, inspired by quantum physics, involves choosing the version of reality you wish to experience, behaving as if you are already living in that version of reality. Avoiding focus on the old reality. Repeating affirmations that align with the new reality. If you remember it, it was real principle. Some spiritual practitioners argue that if you recall an alternate reality, it means it existed. Rather than questioning your memory, embrace it as proof that reality is more fluid than we realize. The Mandela Effect may be a warning, a clue, or an opportunity. If it is a glitch in the simulation, then we are on the verge of discovering something incredible about the nature of existence. If it is evidence of parallel realities, then we must begin to ask how we are shifting between them. If it is manipulation, then we must protect our minds and take control of our own perception. And if it is a tool, then perhaps we can use it to reshape our reality into something far greater than we ever imagined. What if everything you know, every childhood memory, every historical fact, every personal experience is subject to change? What if reality is not a single fixed path but a river that bends, shifts, and flows through infinite possibilities? The Mandela Effect is more than a psychological curiosity. It is a profound challenge to our perception of truth. Whether it is evidence of quantum shifts, timeline manipulation, or hidden forces rewriting reality, it forces us to ask what is real and who decides. Throughout this video, we have explored the historical and philosophical roots of reality as an illusion, the scientific and quantum possibilities behind shifting timelines, the theories of simulation glitches, CERN experiments, and elite manipulation, the practical techniques to sharpen our awareness, protect our consciousness, and even influence our reality. Now the question remains, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you dismiss it as a strange coincidence? Or will you open your mind to the possibility that reality is more fluid, more mysterious, and more powerful than we ever imagined? If the Mandela Effect is real, then our memories are not failing us. Our perception is expanding. Perhaps, just perhaps, we are waking up. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you experienced a Mandela Effect? If this video resonated with you, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more deep dives into esoteric mysteries. And most importantly, stay curious, stay aware, and never stop questioning the nature of reality. Because what you remember might just be the key to unlocking the truth.